So hello everyone, very good evening to all of you. Guys, in today's session we are going to cover the weekly current affairs, and from 15th of August till 21st of August all the important news we are going to cover. Alright, and we'll always also be solving some of the important MCQs related with that particular news. Alright, so let's start the session without any waste of time. Let's start. So first news is Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. They have mentioned that India has achieved landmark milestone of 100 gigawatt of solar photovoltaic modules manufacturing capacity under the ALMM. So let's see what kind of question can be framed here. So India recently achieved how much solar PV module manufacturing capacity under the ALMM. Alright, now we'll see the news in detail, then we'll see the answer. Okay. So first of all, what is the milestone which India has achieved? They have achieved the 100 gigawatt solar photovoltaic module manufacturing capacity, right? In 2014, it was just 2.3 gigawatt. All right. So please remember this thing. Now it is 100 gigawatt. Now what is this ALMM? So ALMM is basically approved list of models and manufacturers, right? So those who are approved to create these kind of, to manufacture these kind of photovoltaic modules. So if we see that together, if we see it together, the combined capacity we can say is 100 gigawatt we can now produce in India. All right, so please remember this thing. Now again, it is part of the this Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana, right? Also see, in if you remember this Paris climate deal, there we have this INDC, intended nationally determined contribution. There we have decided that India is going to achieve 500 gigawatt of non-fossil capacity by 2030. So this thing, this manufacturing capacity addition of 100 gigawatt of solar power, it is going to support this mission. Okay, so please remember this thing. So the achievement is important, our target is important. All right, and you should know what is ALMM, right? So please remember this thing. So how much capacity we have added? So correct answer is 100 gigawatt capacity. Back in 2014 it was just 2.3 gigawatt. Now you can see here that how the renewable energy has transformed so much. Earlier we were mostly dependent upon coal and thermal power base, but now gradually we are pushing towards and moving towards the more cleaner and sustainable medium of energy production. Got it? Chalo. Next is Indian Oil Panipat gets first ISCC Corsia certification for SAF in India. Now, two things very important here. First is, what is Corsia certification? Okay. Now this Corsia is basically, it is a, there is a full form for this. So what is the full form? So please remember, this is carbon offsetting and reduction scheme for international aviation. Again guys, see, it is not only trucks and buses which create pollution, the aircrafts also create. Okay, so let's see. So Indian Oil Corporation Limited received the ISCC Corsia certification for sustainable aviation fuel production at which refinery? Just as we have seen, it is the Panipat. All right, so please remember, first of all, what are the keywords you have to remember? Okay, keyword is IOCL, right? What they have achieved, this is a oil refinery. Okay, this oil refinery, where it is located, of Panipat, Haryana, they have received what? They have received the Corsia certification, okay, for sustainable aviation fuel. Got it? So please remember this thing, the certification name is important, the purpose is important, which refinery has received, that is important. So for this entire news, these four keywords are more than sufficient for solving any kind of MCQ. Now again, that's why guys, I always ask the student, okay Garvit, please wait, I'll come to your question. Okay, now guys, I always focus and ask the student, then don't worry about the content. See, there are so many lines here, 8 to 10 lines, but how much we have to remember? 4 words. And you have to learn this skill to decipher that what are the keywords which is important for me to solve the MCQ. I am not here to do a PhD in all this sustainable aviation fuel or all these things, but I want to solve my question in the banking exam. That should be my target, right? So like this, on the side you should maintain keywords for every news. That is going to help you a lot. Okay. So which month's current affairs should I revise for NICL? Again, starting from April, May, June, July, August, 5 months, right? You can even start from May also. Okay, May, June, July, August. 4-5 months of current affairs are sufficient. All right. Chalo. Panipat is the correct answer. Next news is PM Narendra Modi inaugurated Bharat Ratna Dr. M.S. Swaminathan's centenary international conference in New Delhi. Now, I believe you all have heard of this person's name, Mr. M.S. Swaminathan. Okay, he is also known as the father of Green Revolution of India. Okay, father of Green Revolution in India, right? He is a very famous agriculturist and as well as scientist. All right, chalo. So, who became the first recipient of the global MS Swaminathan Award for Food and Peace 2025? So, we'll see the news, then we'll see the answer. So, the news was basically about the international conference which was inaugurated by our Prime Minister, where at Pusa, Pusa is basically, see, Pusa Road is very famous for the ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. That is, the entire institute is situated at Pusa Road in New Delhi. Those who are from New Delhi, they must have seen this place. So, this occasion was basically the 100th birth anniversary of Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. He is also known as the father of Green Revolution in India, right? And during this ceremony, Professor Ademola A. Adenli from Nigeria became the first recipient of the M.S. Swaminathan Award for Food and Peace Prize. Now, guys, this news is also very relevant from your award point of view. Okay, so please remember this person's name and what award he has received. The MS Swaminathan Award for Food and Peace. Two things you have to remember. You don't have to remember where they have inaugurated the conference or right or the date. This is not important. Got it? Chalo. So correct answer is person's name and the name of the award. Two things remember you have to remember for this particular news. All right. Any doubt? Anyone? If you have any doubt, do let me know in the comment box. Got it? Chalo. Next is MHI extends PM e-drive scheme tenure by 2 years from 31st March 2026 to 2028. Now see again this news that yes, this is scheme. There is a scheme called PM e-drive scheme. Fine. It has been extended from 2026 year to 2028. Now is it enough? Is it enough for you? No. But what you have to remember is this news as in it is itself, it is not important. But what is important is this scheme, right? So first of all, you should remember that this PM e-drive scheme, the objective of this scheme is what? The objective is basically to promote electric vehicles adoption in India. Okay, EV adoption in India. So it is both for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, everything. E-ambulance, e-trucks, you can see e-bus, right? And for that, they are going to provide the charging infrastructure because for electric vehicles, the charging points and the charging stations are very important. Also, those who are going to purchase the electric vehicle, they are also giving some subsidies, right? So please remember this thing. Now, the outlay or the how much money government is going to spend for this particular scheme is around 10,900 crore rupees. Okay, so please remember this thing. Got it? Amount is very important, right? 10,900 crore, 1,000 crore rupees. Okay, please remember this thing. All right. So static fact is very important. And what is the related current affairs update you have to remember? Okay. So in which year was the PM e-drive scheme first notified by the Ministry of Heavy Industry? So the correct answer is, so first of all, let's see the news. So that PM e-drive scheme, it has been extended till 2028. Fine. Extension is there. First keyword is extension. Second keyword is the budget outlay. Okay, 10,900 crore rupees. So budget outlay you have to remember, right? And what is the scope? So again, I have told you e-buses, e-trucks, e-ambulance, two and three wheelers, charging station, everything, right? So please remember this thing, and it has been notified in 2024. Which ministry is involved? Ministry of Heavy Industry. Okay. These are the four keywords for this entire news. Alright, chalo. Guys, are you following how we are proceeding? When did MS Swaminathan received honor? Which honor, Garvit? MS Swaminathan, see, the award is based on his name. Okay, he was a very prominent agriculturist and scientist of India. Okay, this high yielding variety of seed, the entire green revolution was the brainchild of Sri MS Swaminathan. Okay, so please remember this thing. Chalo. What are you asking? Bharat Ratna. Exact year I am not able to memorize, but it was after his death only. I believe in last year, maybe. है ना? You can check it, right? I'm not able to recall the exact date or the year, but I believe it was some in 2024 only. Okay, but that is not important. What is important is the news related with him. Got it? Chalo. Next is government e-marketplace mark 9th foundation day. Right? Again, government e-marketplace. Have you heard of this? Government e-marketplace? Yes, no in the comment box. Just, just like are you guys using Amazon and Flipkart? It is just the government's Amazon and Flipkart. Okay, that is basically one-stop online platform, right? So some of the static fact you should remember about GEM. It was started in the year 2016 by the government of India, and which ministry is associated with? Ministry of Commerce and Industry. All right. Now, what is the purpose of this government e-marketplace? Basically, to help and ease out the online procurement. Okay, online procurement of goods and services by the government. Okay, government can't go to Amazon and Flipkart and procure things, na? So they have created their own government e-marketplace. On this platform, let's say you are a seller of, let's say, computers. So you can register yourself on this marketplace so that government can procure from directly from you. Okay, so it will ensure what? Transparency, efficiency and everything. Okay, chalo. So what was the theme of the 9th GEM Foundation Day of 2025? So let's see the news. So first of all, again I have told you, government e-marketplace, ministry involved in Ministry of Commerce and Industry, first keyword. Now this year theme was ease, access and inclusions. Please remember this is your second keyword, right? So please remember this thing. Now one very important thing is that government of e-marketplace recorded 5.4 lakh crore GMV, basically sales. Okay, please remember this thing, right? So again, those of many startups, women entrepreneurs, they want to, if they want to sell something, they can register themselves on the government e-marketplace. Okay, so whatever they have sold, it is somewhere around 5.4 lakh crore. Now you can see here the success of GM. Okay, chalo. So inclusion is the correct answer. Next is Niti Aayog launches Work for Viksit Bharat portal for skilled hiring. Now guys, this is a very important thing. Okay, Work for Viksit Bharat. Who has started it? Niti Aayog. These kind of questions they can ask you in the exam. Now, see again, for skilled hiring, those of you who have certain certification, you have graduated some place, Niti Aayog is now releasing job offers. Okay, but they have mentioned some specific set of skill you should have, then you can apply in that. And in order to apply that, you can go to Niti Aayog website and you can create your account here. Okay, so please remember, so the Work for Viksit Bharat portal is directly linked with which government scheme? Okay, so let's see the news, then we'll see the answer. So first of all, again, first keyword is Niti Aayog has launched what? Work for Viksit Bharat portal. Okay. What is the purpose? The purpose is to again recruit professionals, right, into the governance sector. Clear? And they have linked this entire program with PM Viksit Bharat Yorojgar Yojana. Third keyword. And what is the outlay of this program? 99,446 crore rupees outlay. Fourth keyword. Okay, again 4 keywords for your entire news. Is it clear guys how you have to No, no, not gross market value, gross merchandise value, that is the full form. Okay, so again, you have to focus on the keywords. I am in my every session, I always focus the students. I ask the student to focus on the keywords and don't read everything. If you are reading everything, you are again creating pressure on your brain, because how you are going to remember so much stuff. But yes, few keywords you can easily memorize. Chalo. Next is overview of Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Okay. Now again, so let's see. So how much subsidy per 14.2 kg LPG cylinder was approved under the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana for financial year 25-26? Now before moving to that, we should know about the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Why they have, when it was started, what was the objective, right? So it was launched in the year 2016. Which ministry is involved? Ministry of Petroleum. What is the objective? The objective is basically to provide clean cooking fuel. Earlier, especially in women in the rural areas, they were using wood and they were using charcoal, so which was creating again pollution, and they were also risking their lives, right? Please remember this thing. Also, they're also providing 1600 rupees of subsidy per connection. Got it? So please remember this thing. And if we look, if we talk about 2024, up till now, around 9.6 crore LPG connections they have provided, right? So these are some of the static facts about the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Got it? So please remember this thing. So as of now, 10.3, not exactly 9.6, 10.33 crore LPG connection we have given. Okay, and recently in 2026, for financial year 2026, government has approved a subsidy of 300 rupees per 14.2 kg cylinder. Okay, and 2200 rupees government support per connection. Got it? So please remember this thing. And these are the in phases we have launched the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Got it? So please remember all these things, ministry involved, and two or three things you have to remember. This was this for the current point of view. This point is very important. 300 rupees per subsidy per 14.2 kg of cylinder. Got it? And the static part. That two things you have to remember. For any scheme, what is the current update? What is the static facts? Two things you have to remember, more than sufficient. Chalo. Otherwise, the story is very long, that it was launched in first May in Balia, Uttar Pradesh. In first wave 5 crore LPG, then 1 more crore, like this. There's so much thing. Next is the international news. India signs trade cooperation agreement with Zambia. So India and Zambia have signed a trade cooperation. So India has signed a trade cooperation pact with which African nation in July 25 to promote cooperative trade alliance? Okay, so let's see the news. So first of all, which countries are involved? India and Zambia, right? What is the objective of this cooperation? Cooperative trade alliance. Okay, is it clear? Which ministry is involved? Ministry of Cooperation, right? Third keyword, Ministry of Cooperation. Got it? So three keywords you have to remember. All right. Now again, if you read each and everything, na, this entire thing, if you start reading this thing, na, you are just going to waste your time. They're not going to ask question that which Indian entities were involved. But yes, they can ask you that recently India has signed a cooperative trade agreement with which African nation or which nation. They can give you four options. So India Zambia cooperation trade alliance, four keywords are important for my entire news. Okay, chalo. So let's quickly start it, complete this thing. So Zambia. Next, let's do the banking, finance, and economy. So India retail inflation declines to 8-year low of 1.55% in July 2025. Now this is alarming. You would say, sir, the low inflation is very good, but there is a catch. Okay, so India's retail inflation, we call it as CPI, that is the Consumer Price Index. So in July 25, what was the rate? 1.55%. Okay, so please remember, our monetary policy committee, they create an inflation target that they want to keep the inflation between 2% to 6%. If it crosses 6%, we are moving towards hyperinflation. If it is below 2%, we are going into deflation, which is also not good. So in between, we have to keep the range. All right, and this data was compiled by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, NS. Okay, NSO is the body, National Statistic Office. It comes under Ministry of Statistics and Planning, and this entire ministry create the entire data for CPI, WPI, everything, headline inflation. And if you don't know what inflation is, what are the different types of inflation, you can go to Oliveboard's YouTube channel. I have created an entire video on inflation. You can watch it and you can understand each and everything. Okay, what is headline inflation, what is core inflation, right? Because right now I can't explain everything. Okay, so you can go and watch that video, inflation. Okay, chalo guys, whatever thing I am giving you as a homework now, please try to do it. It is going to upgrade your knowledge as well as your better understanding. Okay, chalo. Next is Hindustan Zinc becomes first Indian firm to join the International Council of Mining and Metals. So first of all, remember, so HZL recently became the first Indian company to join which global mining body? So that global mining body is International Council on Mining and Metals. Okay. So first of all, remember what is the name of the company? First keyword is your Hindustan Zinc Metal. What they have done? They have joined International Council on Mining and Metals. Right? Is it clear? And where is the headquarter of ICICI? It is in UK. Third keyword. Right? And this group ICICI is a group of 25 top mining countries. So what is the benefit? So again, when you go enter a group in which there are top companies, you will also expand your business horizons, right? Also, they are going to work towards environment, social and governance initiative, right? So again, the name of the company is important, organization is important, and their headquarters is important. That's it. Chalo. Next is RBI to introduce continuous clearing and settlement realization in CTS in two phases. What is CTS? That is what? The check truncation system. Okay. So if you don't want to go to the bank and provide a check, you can use the CTS platform. Okay. Online thing. So RBI has issued a circular of continuous clearing and settlement on realization in CTS. So right now, what is the situation? CTS currently processes check in up to 2 working days. See, if you provide some soft copy of check now, it will get clear in 2 working days. But now they are moving towards continuous clearing on realization settlement. Okay. So they are going to start from 4th of October 2025. In short, the CTS, the continuous clearing and settlement of realization in CTS will help you to reduce the time in check processing. It might be possible it can get cleared within the same day. That is the purpose. Again, all these things are going to do what? It is going to improve the banking system. It is going to improve the businesses by fastening up the process. All right. Chalo. So from 3rd January 2026 was the correct answer. Okay. Phase 2 is going to start. Chalo. Next is RBI imposes 75 lakh monetary penalty on ICICI Bank. Now this is a very important news. You would say, sir, how RBI can impose penalty on ICICI Bank? My friend, RBI is the Central Bank of India. It is the regulator of all the scheduled commercial banks, even the private banks. Okay. So RBI has imposed 75 lakh rupees on ICICI as a penalty due to violation related to which of the following? So let's see the news. So 75 lakh rupees fine on ICICI for violation in valuation of properties. Now you would say, sir, why valuation of properties? Why the bank do valuation of property? Now let me explain you. Let's say you are a person, you are creating, you want to buy a flat for your new home. You go to the bank and you ask the bank that bank, I want to purchase this flat. The value of this flat is 1 crore rupees and I want 1 crore rupees as loan. So bank will do what? Bank will send one official to this flat and this person will look the flat and he will do a valuation that whether this flat is of 1 crore or not. Okay, then if he approves, you can easily get the 1 crore. Okay, but sometime this inspection na people are misusing it. Due to this regulatory non-compliance, ICICI was imposed 75 lakh rupees of penalty. Okay, chalo. So valuation. Next is RBI announces 3 consumer-centric scheme to drive financial inclusion. What is financial inclusion? Financial inclusion means bringing the people into the core financial system, like helping the people open their bank account, helping the people to give them provide them insurance, all these kind of activities. Okay, it is the part of financial inclusion. So under RBI new consumer centric scheme, retail investor can now invest in treasury bills through which method? So let's see the news in detail. So the governor of RBI, Mr. Sanjay Malhotra, he has said that during the bi-monthly monetary policy committee meeting. Acha, before moving, please remember that monetary policy committee meeting is held every 2 months. Okay. So first thing is doorstep banking camps. All banks is going to conduct panchayat level camps as a part of their rural outreach drive. They are going to go to the each rural area and villages, and they will provide whatever banking facility they can. Okay. Why they are doing this? Because Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, this is the biggest financial inclusion scheme. It has completed 10 years. So my friend, this scheme becomes very important. They are going to ask question from this scheme. So please read in detail about the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay. Next is simplified claim settlement. So they have said that if some customer has passed away, okay, so for their claims, the processing will become easy. And the third thing is they have expanded the RBI retail direct. For example, if you want to invest in government bonds, treasury bills, now you can invest it via RBI retail direct app. Okay, you can go to Google Play Store and you can download this app and you can purchase any kind of government bills or bonds from this particular app. Okay, chalo. SIPs is the correct answer. Next is PPSL received RBI's approval to operate as online payment aggregator. First of all, what is payment aggregator? Payment aggregator is the company which helps a business to accept payment from various sources. For example, let's say I'm running a business. I can accept money from cards, I can accept money from Google, Paytm, PhonePe, I can accept money from RTGS, NEFT. So who provide all these services? The payment aggregator. For example, Paytm is a payment aggregator. Okay, PhonePe is a payment aggregator. So Paytm Payment Service Limited received in principle approval from RBI to operate as which of the following? Okay, so let's see the news. So for Paytm Payment Service Limited, which comes under 197 Communication, this is the parent company, and they are going to operate as online payment aggregator under the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. So just remember the name of the company and what approval they have received. Rest this thing not required. This is just for your understanding. They're not going to ask in the exam. Okay, chalo. Next is RBI allowed NRIs to invest surplus rupee SRVAs in government securities and treasury bills. Okay, now they see, if we want that people outside of India, they want to invest in Indian money market or capital market, they should be allowed. Okay, how they can be? So let's see the question. The RBI recently allowed NRIs with special rupee Vostro account. Now my friend, you should know about the Nostro and Vostro account. What is the difference between Nostro and Vostro account? Okay, see, let's say if there is a bank in India, okay, if there is a bank in India, let's say SBI, and there is a bank of USA known as Citibank, right? So let's say if SBI wants to open a bank in USA with Citibank, they will open a Nostro account. Okay, and that account will be denominated in foreign currency, that is dollar. So SBI has to maintain that account with Citibank in dollars, right? Is it clear? Similarly, Vostro account means when Citibank wants to open a bank account in India, let's say they want to open with SBI, right? So that would be a Vostro account. Okay. It is an account that a foreign company, foreign bank, not foreign company, foreign bank hold with a domestic bank. So Citibank is the foreign bank and they are opening it with SBI, which is a domestic bank. And that account would be denominated in Indian rupee, right? So like this, they can invest in India, because in India we can use rupee, now we can't use dollar, right? So we want NRIs to open a Vostro account, okay, a special rupee Vostro account, and through this they can invest in the Indian capital market. Okay, so please remember this thing. NRIs, SRVAs. So please remember Nostro and Vostro account. What is the difference, right? And all these things have a legal backing by the FEMA Act of 1999. So what is the purpose? The purpose is basically to utilize surplus rupee trade settlement and promote rupees internationalization. We want that everyone should start using rupee instead of dollars. That dream is distant, but yes, gradually we are going to make it true. Okay, chal. So the government bills and the GSECs, they are going to invest. Now let's see some of the appointments. So H.E. Zeenat Qureshi becomes first Indian woman appointed as GCC India Trade Commissioner. Gulf GCC is what? Gulf Cooperation Council. Okay. Now, yes. Chalo. Yes, exactly. Nostro is our account with you. Vostro is your account with us. Very good, very good. So Gulf Cooperation Council, let's see some of the static fact. It was established in the year 1981 and headquarters is where? Saudi Arabia. Okay. Saudi Arabia. And who are the member countries? So Saudi is there, UAE is there, okay, Kuwait is there, then Qatar is there, Oman is there, alright, and Bahrain is there. So please remember these are the 6 countries of the Gulf Cooperation Council, right? So HEZ Zeenat Qureshi is the new trade commissioner, okay. GCC was established in the year 1981, right? So just remember the name of the person and the organization, the position which the person has been appointed. Rest no need to read. Next, so Gulf Cooperation Council, I have already told you 1981. These are the member nation. Headquarters is Saudi Arabia and it is a socio-economic, political and security organization. Next is Odisha government appointed Madhuri Dixit as the brand ambassador of handloom industry. Right? So who is the brand ambassador of Odisha handloom industry? Madhuri Dixit. See, these are very factual news. Do you need to read all this thing? No. The entire crux of this news is that Madhuri Dixit is the brand ambassador of Odisha handloom. This is the thing. Rest is just for your knowledge. No need to read that. Okay. Yeah, if you want to read that, yes, Padma, she is a Padma Shri awardee and everything. You want to read it, it's up to you, but I would not recommend. Chalo. So, guys, this was all about the important current affairs which is relevant for your exam point of view. Okay, I'll be uploading the PDF of this class right after this session. Okay, there are many GI tags from every state, है ना? Just remember the recent one, which are the some of the items which have been recently awarded GI tag. Just remember this thing because every state has so many GI tags. All right. So guys, this is it from my side today. I hope you have enjoyed the session. If you have enjoyed the session, don't forget to give the rating. I am expecting 5 star from all of you, and do like the video and share it. Okay. So I'll see you in the next session. Till then, have a great day. Jai Hind.